I wasn't building any specific skills. I was just kind of building little sandcastles everywhere that crumbled after the project ended. So I decided I need to change this. 3 years ago, I felt drained. I felt like I was wasting time doing all of this work, but it wasn't building up to anything. And the closest people were drifting from me because we weren't really interested in the same things anymore, and it was hard to be who I am around them. So entered COVID, where everything was put to a pause, and I tried a bunch of habits, and 3 of them changed all 3 of the problems. They were really easy to implement and effortless to apply now that I've been doing it for 3+ years. So I wanted to share with you the 3 habits that really changed my life. The first one is build input-output loops. What I realized early on in my career was I was a good employee. People would give me things to do, and I did as I was told. I think I did them pretty well, but at the end of the year, I didn't have any groundbreaking insights. I didn't have any unique contributions that other people couldn't do. I wasn't building any specific skills. I was just kind of building little sandcastles everywhere that crumbled after the project ended. So I decided I need to change this. I'm going to build a loop, an input-output loop. So what that means is I have my inputs, and that feeds directly into an output that I do. But with that output, I am going to seek more input, and then that's going into the next output. So everything links together, and I'm spiraling up and learning and building up on something. For example, when I was working at YouTube, part of the job was to learn the latest YouTube algorithm changes, and then you run workshops or meetings with big YouTube channels so you can help them grow. And most people stop there, right? Input is the training, and the output is the workshop that you run. So easy. You finish and you do something else. But of course, I was building my loop, so I'm not going to end there. What I would do is, okay, I learned the material, I run the workshop, and at the workshop, I want to gain more input. So I talk to the big YouTubers, find out how they hack the algorithm. They think about this 24/7. So a lot of them had really unique insights that were not covered on the YouTube training materials. So for example, one of the YouTubers said, oh, since YouTube introduced chapters, what I would do is make my chapter titles SEO optimized. So actually, I get more traffic from Google search. So whenever, you search on Google for a question, they will give you YouTube video suggestions. So her videos started to show up there. And I thought, fascinating, not at all covered by the YouTube training material. And so I would take that and I reach out to the Google search team. Ask them, how do you think about surfacing YouTube channels? And they would tell me even a bit more and I could reply and I could discuss because I had some information from the YouTubers. Based on what I've learned there, then I could do more outputs. When I'm talking to other YouTubers, now I can say, there's an interesting hack that you can do. Or I can, whenever I'm doing cross-functional meetings, there's unique insights that I can provide and no one else knows about. And of course, as an output, I run my own YouTube channel. So I experiment with my own channel. All of this is building on top of each other. Over time, you build a reputation for yourself that you have information asymmetry. This is a huge competitive advantage in our information world. They know that when I come to Vicky, she has some unique insights that somehow other people don't have. And that is building the input-output loop. And even if you say, okay, at work, I can't really do that, it sounds too complicated, you can do that with the content that you consume. We all consume a lot of content. So I decided, well, if I have this much input, I need some sort of outlet. I need some sort of output to actually cement in what I'm learning. So I'm writing, I'm creating YouTube videos, and just that process itself is you're doing more than 99% of the people. And once you do that, right, you leave comments. I talk to my writer friends, they talk about this. I get random inbound emails saying, oh, I saw this article you did is exactly what I'm doing with my business. Can we discuss this? So I get so much more input just by putting something out. And based on those discussions, then I can improve my videos. I think of new ways to do my videos, new topics. And so it really is a virtuous cycle. And this virtuous cycle gets me ahead of most of my peers who are still building sandcastles. This came about when I realized one of my closest childhood friends kept on cutting me off in our conversation. I remember this one instance, which made me realize I need to change. I was telling her about my favorite book, How Proust Can Change Your Life. It's so witty. The author, Alain de Botton, he had such clear observations that he put into words what I was feeling but never had the words for. It's a weird mix of self-help and literary review of this French author, which I studied when I was in Paris. It was just mind-blowing, and I was gushing about the book. And my friend said, oh yeah, so I'm actually thinking of going to Paris this summer. where should I stay? And she completely cut me off. She wasn't listening. Clearly my TED Talk was of zero interest to her. And that's when I realized, even if someone is a close friend, one, they won't be interested in everything that I'm interested in. And two, even if they were, they shouldn't be there listening to me ramble about something. So instead of calling her, hey, she's just a friend who never listens to me, I decided that I needed to change and have better conversations. And there were 3 things I did to change the quality of my life and the quality of my conversations. The first thing was finding a group of people who cared about the same things as I do. I want to talk about philosophy. I want to talk about how the world works. I want to talk about frameworks. I want to talk about ideas from books and have a discussion about them. And people in real life, a lot of them were interested in this. So I thought, okay, let me 80-20 this and find the right people. So writing is a proxy for curiosity for me. So I joined a writing course, and lo and behold, I met some of my favorite people on the internet who cared about the same things as I did. And yes, it's possible to make friends as adults when you share similar interests. Second, I started running my own courses about things that I cared about. And, we gather as a group who cared about framework thinking, we cared about ideas. And 3, it's so important to me to have these conversations. I started my own cafe, Da Vinci Cafe, with my friend Faye, all about think at the intersection, doing associative thinking. So yeah, if you feel the same, you can find our link in the description and join one of the cafes. The second thing to do is refine your idea and realize that just like a comedian, when they tell a joke, they tell it once and they tweak how they tell the joke based on how people reacted. And you tweak it over time, even on stage, you tweak it over time so that you find the best way to tell the joke in a way that people get it, they're laughing, they're having a good time, and you are evoking that emotion that you want in them. So same with us. If I say something and it doesn't land the first time, well, I have more opportunities to talk about it and tweak it. I use Da Vinci Cafes to do that. I use my writing to do that, just to how can I best describe this idea? When I was telling my friend who cut me off, I was telling her, there's this idea in there about cliches. The problem with cliches is not that they are bad ideas, but is they are superficial articulations of really good ideas. And when I said it like that, she was like, oh yeah, okay, like, and then what? So it didn't land. And I realized I tried different versions. I tried, maybe telling my own story when I'm writing, blah, blah, blah. Not interesting. But when I said, hey, you know what? Can we do a test of whether you see the world in 2D or 3D? Immediately hooked, right? And then I say, okay, if you see a sunset, how would you describe it? And she was like, it's on fire, or yeah, I guess, it looks like it's on fire. It's a cliche, right? And then I go into the details of, what? It's good that it's a cliche, but you are borrowing how other people are seeing the world. But when you actually notice the sunset and really look at it, you'll see that it's not just on fire. There's so much more going on. And so we had this huge discussion about sunsets. We actually went to see one, and then she was like, oh, holy crap. This is deep. Can I borrow that book? And so this is really what I'm talking about. Refining those ideas, giving yourself that permission to talk about ideas in different ways, and don't get discouraged. Really improve the quality of the conversations I was having. The third thing I do to improve the quality of my conversations is to have more selfish conversations with people who are way smarter than me. And I start with books, right? I don't have philosophers, deep thinkers, business people are all around me, but no problem. They've all written books. So I start with the books and, I engage in a conversation with them through the book. I ask them questions in the margins, right? I think about, oh yeah, this is a really good point. I realized this happened in my life. And I start to have a deep, rich reading experience. And sometimes the questions you ask will be answered by the book. Sometimes the questions won't be answered. In which case then you are able to know, okay, based on this question I have, which books should I read next? And this way you're curating your content diet, right? Not just, okay, here's social media, let me flip through whatever's there. But you have a direction towards what you want to read, what you want to find out, what you care about. Some people feel like, I don't even know what I'm interested in. I have no purpose in life. Start having conversations with books and you'll start to see your interests and you'll naturally curate your information diet. Once you do that, you really go to the shuhari process. I talked about it in this video here in detail, but basically, first you learn from the master and then you start to break the mold of the master, and then you start to create your own thing. It really is a powerful method to have conversations with those who are really smart. And then you can bring it into your real life once you feel more comfortable. You know that that you ask good questions, you're building up this base of knowledge based on what you're reading. Sometimes I cold email and I go on LinkedIn and try to connect with people who I don't even know. Sometimes I just talk to people around me, right? Lots of people are ahead in their careers. Lots of people are in different fields, right? I ask them, what are the frameworks that you have distilled? What are the interesting learnings? And I'm trying to connect the dots, right? Do that associative thinking. Okay, let's say in physics, this happens. In philosophy, something else happens. I see a connection and I share it with them so I can also give back to the discussion. This is definitely something I will continue to do more of in 2024 for sure, because sometimes I am shy and I get scared, like, oh, what if I can't even say anything intelligent? But the point is not to prove that I am intelligent. The point is to learn from them. So that's something I'm going to continue practicing. The power of having better conversations, it doesn't just enrich social interactions, but it really enriches your personal satisfaction and learning as well. Two birds with one stone. I love stuff like that. The third habit I'm definitely keeping is not having caffeine the first hour from when you wake up. Apparently, Andrew Huberman also recommended this as well, is for the first hour, start your morning with sunlight and don't drink caffeine until an hour later. It will give you a clearer head, and I can 1,000% vouch for that. I did this by accident because we moved and I didn't have this beautiful espresso machine with my ritual of spending 10 minutes to get the coffee ready and then having 2 sips and it's gone. And combine it with yoga that I do every morning, so I guess that's a bonus habit that I also picked up and will continue to do. I felt so on top of things. I felt so productive in my morning, so healthy in my morning. I was energized to get my to-do list started. And of course, if you want to see how I tackle my to-do list, here's a video on that. And if you watched all the way till here, thank you. If you enjoyed it, please consider entering into a gentle ladies agreement with me where I do all the work. I create all the videos, and all you have to do is click one button to subscribe so that you power me to do more work for you. If you like that, then please hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.